Chatting this time around with Steve Ewaskiw, head coach of the Edmonton Knights of Columbus Squires U15 AAA under the Alberta Elite Hockey League. Steve, obviously a season unlike any other with this pandemic. How have you been able to stay engaged with hockey and I guess keep your team sort of active throughout this whole crazy scenario?
Yeah, Troy, thanks. Honestly, I wanted to say thanks for having me on the program. Looking forward to chatting with you. It's been a different year, obviously, for everybody. There's been lots of different things going on. There's lots of disappointment, I'm sure, with kind of not being at the rink, especially with the players and stuff. But our guys have been pretty engaged. We've been pretty lucky with that regard. Our team's been, we made the switch pretty early because we had a bit of a scare on our team with a positive test. So we were ahead of everybody kind of getting into the online or video realm. So we've been doing some good video chats with our guys. We've done speaker series. So we've had different guest speakers come out and talk to our guys about a lot of different things. We've managed to move our online workouts and skill sessions to online sessions as well, which has been good for the guys. But it's been a blessing in disguise too, because we've been able to touch on some things that, sometimes you run out of time during the season to be able to touch on some mental performance and things like that. So we've been able to hammer that a little bit more with our guys this year. So it's been really great for that, right? So we've kind of taken the challenge and turned it into an opportunity, right? So.
Yeah, I guess if nothing else, that game-to-game grind, when it's not there, it gives you a chance to, I guess, take a breath and really work on creating well-developed, well-rounded hockey players and human beings, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. You take the chance to look at different things off the ice, right? So.
For sure. So you've been involved with the elite coaching here the past few years, 4 years under what's now the AEHL umbrella. Since the AEHL has kind of evolved over the last couple of years, what are some of the differences that you've seen that help move the game forward in Alberta?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of it. I was really excited when they made the change and to standardize the three leagues together. I think it provides a lot of consistency for the guys to know what to expect as they move up through the ranks. I know this year was the first year with kind of that, so it's a bit disappointing that we got kind of hamstrung with some of the things and some of the big ideas that they had planned. But just different things like standardizing the scoring system, adding a platform of video to standardize that amongst the teams with the Instat platform, I thought was a nice touch as well, giving us something that we can utilize as coaches as well to help with our coaching. And to provide the best product that we can for the players, right? So they know what to expect when they come to the league, and then as well to kind of understand what we're going to offer to them, right? So I thought it's a really good program, or it was a really good idea to standardize it amongst the levels. And just looking forward to seeing how that evolves over the next few years as we kind of get back into playing, hopefully here in the fall.
So tell us a little bit about yourself as a coach. What are some of the main philosophies you like to stress when you're dealing with your players?
I like to say that all the best coaches plagiarize. I kind of stole that line from somebody over the years, but so you kind of take a little bit from all the guys that you've been involved with over the years and kind of spice it into your flavor, right? So our program is built a lot on hard work, discipline, having fun. We like to try and make sure it's fun for the boys when they come out to the rink and enjoy themselves. And our staff really prides ourselves in getting to know the kids. So, what they're like as individuals and the best way to handle them. It's not like the old school philosophy where there's 19 guys on the team, but you coach one way and everybody gets the same kind of feedback and that kind of stuff. Everybody's just a little bit different as an individual. And so we kind of tailor our program to each individual kid a little bit so that we can try and maximize what we get from them on the ice and, helping them to become better people off the ice as well, right?
I like your plagiarism note there. It's kind of cool. And that kind of leads into the other question I had for you, whether it's guys that you maybe played under or worked with, or maybe other coaches that you watch from afar. Who are some of the perhaps biggest influences on your coaching style?
Yeah, so I had the fortunate, or I was very fortunate to get some pretty good mentors with Hockey Alberta. I had Adam Anna, who's with the Crusaders now. I had Serge Lajoie, he's with OHA, I guess, but he's got lots of experience with U of A and with the WHL as well. And then I had Kyle Tapp as a mentor a couple years ago when he taught me a lesson in the playoffs last year. So that was pretty good to see as well. But, just a lot of it's been through Hockey Alberta, honestly. I found that, as a young coach, when I first started coaching before I got involved with Hockey Alberta, I look back now at that time, and to be honest, I had no idea what it was like to coach, right? And so through the work that I've done with Hockey Alberta, I've been very fortunate to be able to do that. I've come a long way, I feel, in terms of my coaching and learning from some guys who have had a lot of success at the different levels as well, right? So it's nice to be able to touch and to learn from some of those guys as well. So.
Yeah, you touched on the fact that you've worked with some mentors involved through Hockey Alberta, and you've also had a chance to work in some of Hockey Alberta's elite events like the Alberta Cup and Prospect Cup events over the years. How has that helped develop you as a hockey coach?
Oh, it's awesome. Like I know how Alberta Cup and the Prospect Cup is a lot of like you get the best players at their age group and be able to work with them. But I think at a lot of those events, Hockey Alberta does a good job of coaching the coaches as well. So it gives you an opportunity to learn from guys who not like you get to work with peers, obviously, which is a great experience too, to be able to bounce ideas off them and learn kind of some of the tricks and stuff that they're using with their programs that they've had success with. And then also to be able to work with mentors as well, right? So, I mean, the Prospect Cup is a good first start and a good place to start with Hockey Alberta. And then moving up to the Alberta Cup is kind of taking it to the next level. And then I was lucky enough to be able to be at a summer camp as well with the under 16 program. So that was a pretty cool experience as well. But I mean, being able to work with guys and, bounce ideas off them and just to have conversations with them. And, then it goes back to the plagiarizing comment about being able to steal certain things from them to be able to incorporate into your program is a pretty awesome experience. And like, I would recommend it to any coach out there, especially younger guys getting started. I think that's, for me, to be honest, that's where my development trajectory really took off. And I mean, for any guy who's looking to get into it, it's a great opportunity and experience. So,
A couple more for you, Steve. And this one might be a tricky one, but it's a bit of a thinker. Is there one part of coaching that you find the most rewarding, or do you just take satisfaction in general in being able to do what you do and work with young players each season?
yeah, I think for me, it's the overall satisfaction of it, to be honest. Like, I know that a lot of these guys may never cash a paycheck from playing hockey. So it's being able to work with them and teach them life skills as part of our program and to kind of help them a little bit with some of the stuff too. I mean, we do a lot of volunteering with our program and doing things outside of the game, not just with hockey. And so it gives our guys a different opportunity to see things that they may not be able to see. And to be honest, a lot of kids are pretty fortunate to be able to play hockey too, just with the cost of the game and some of that kind of stuff. But so for us, it's great that we were able to kind of, help build them off the ice and on the ice as well, make them better players as well as better people, right? So.
Absolutely. Finally, a real nice story involving your team, the KC Squires. You joined the St. Michael's Health Group for something that was pretty special during the holiday season. Why don't we wrap up by you telling us all about that?
Yeah, for sure. So I have a bit of a personal connection there, as my grandparents were at that home or that facility here in the city. I guess we'll call it a home. And so it was nice for me to be able to reach out. And I know that when my grandparents were there, they were first class, and they did a lot to, take care of them and to be able to make sure that their lives were a little bit easier as they kind of got to the end of their lives. And so when it came to the thinking of a virtual way that we could kind of volunteer and, provide some Christmas cheer and give back to the community, I touched base with the executive director there and said, hey, our team's looking at doing something. And so we kind of brainstormed a little bit and talked, and so we stumbled on a letter writing campaign. So basically what we did was we got the home to give us a list of 19 people there at the home that were interested in a pen pal program. So our guys wrote a letter to each of the residents before Christmas, just kind of introducing themselves and asking them a little bit about themselves, and they wrote back. And so our guys have written a second letter that went back to them, and now we're eagerly awaiting our letters back from the pen pals here. I think we're picking them up here at the end of the week. So it'll be a good opportunity for our guys to, how was Christmas, and to be able to provide some contact for these individuals who, with some of the restrictions because of what's going on, that they aren't able to have visitors and they're restricted from that. And so it's nice to be able to provide contact for them as well. I mean, I'm sure they've got their families, but for those that don't, it's nice to have somebody to talk to around the holiday season. So our guys were really excited, and we sent a little hockey card with the letters for each of our guys, and then with the second letters, we sent some kind of monogrammed swag, as the guys like to call it, with some KC scarves that we sent to the residents as well. So it's a nice little opportunity for us to give back, right, with what we're doing. So.
That's awesome. Fantastic. Congratulations to you guys for doing that. I know it goes over well with the folks that you're dealing with. Steve, thanks very much for doing this, and good luck, moving forward with your hockey career as a coach in the AEHL.
Awesome, Troy. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.